All right, guys, I told you that I was going to go outside of my comfort zone with you. So here is definitely outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to be talking a little bit about myself specifically and the road to my health. I've talked a lot about creating a food legacy and a legacy of health. And so I feel that's really, really important. And I feel that food is like number one priority. I think that makes us or breaks us. If you're consuming bad food, you feel bad. If you're consuming good food, you feel good. So if you are filling yourself with MSG, high fructose corn syrup, food dyes, pesticides, oils, and the list goes on, that feels like crap to me. Okay. If you're having raw, organic, nutrient dense foods, then your brain and your mind and everything just acts better and feels better. So I thought today I would just kind of talk to you about my journey and why I believe that so much to my core and why I incorporate that very much into our family as well. Probably my whole life, I've always dealt with sort of like a depression. It wasn't a big high up and low. There was a time there it was kind of nutty for a second there, but to be honest, but it was more like I was just above, or I was just below a line. It's just like right there. Like the sunshine was right there. The happiness or the joy was just right there, but it's just out of reach. And you just feel, it's very hard. And it's probably hard to put into words. And some of you may really, really, understand where I'm coming from with this, or at least another aspect of part of your life or something. So that's what my whole life felt like. I just wasn't there. My brain just wasn't thinking correctly. I just wasn't happy enough. And not that happiness, I think joy is better than happy. Happy is like, yay, happy all the time. And I don't mean that. I mean being content or being okay with things. I wasn't like that. It was more of a struggle for me. Or maybe something fake, fake it till you make it kind of stuff. And that does work. It does help. So when my son was born, he had a really traumatic birth. And the hospital did not do the best job with them. And we won't get into that. But when he was a baby, he was projectile vomiting and puking and not holding down. And nursing was a nightmare. And none of it was working. Of course, he's my firstborn. It was just awful. My mother-in-law hooked me up with a doctor, 2 different doctors, and the one doctor I stay with now. But the first doctor definitely got me on the right track, saying there was the birth didn't go so well. There was a lot of antibiotics given. And antibiotics, if anybody of you know, probably some of you certainly do, they just wipe out your gut. And it wipes out all the bacteria in your gut, the good and the bad. Yay, the bad's gone, but it also took out all the good. And it leaves little holes like in your stomach lining. And I'm not a doctor, so please, I should have just prefaced this the whole thing. These are my personal opinions and views. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing. I'm not giving any advice. Okay, got that out of the way. So for me, I look at it like when it wipes out all your good stuff, it leaves little holes in your gut lining, and then for more bad stuff to come in and fill in. And that's when you're not feeling good. And our gut runs our whole immune system. So even like you say, hey, my stomach doesn't hurt. I don't have any issues with my stomach. It's messing up with your whole immune system and just screwing things up. Inflammation, the sicknesses that keep occurring, arthritis. Just like the list goes on and on of why we always feel like crap, including my depression. And we're always been given antibiotics, right? You go to the doctor, boop, boop, ding, there you go, boop, ding, take some more. Never really addressing what the issue is. So I had these great doctors that really helped my son go, oh, his gut lining as a little baby is just tore up. And it is not making him happy at all. And he's really sick. So we gave him probiotics, simple dropper form probiotics. And it just started to turn around so miraculously. And I can't remember how long it took because he's older now. He's 12. But it just started getting better and better. And then so the doctor helped him. And then I was like, well, I'm going to go to him too. like I've got issues, right? He could probably see that I had issues, right? I was a little high strung, a little, I had a lot of anxious, that was my first kid. Everything was like a mess. We were moving. The husband was working a lot. Lots of stress, right? All these wonderful things that are good, but then it just adds up and it's too much sometimes. Plus, I've been dealing with depression my whole life, and I was taking antidepressant meds, and so I went to him, and he does this thing where you're just going to look at your whole health system. You're going to look at your body. You're going to look at your DNA, your genetic mutations. You do blood work. You do stool samples, all these kind of things to kind of like get a whole picture and go and address the situation. So, and he was a great doctor. He's like, I'm never going to write you antidepressant drugs. So we're not even going to go there, but we're going to try to treat you for other things and then get you off of those and get your health back on track, which is amazing. And we did all of those things, and he has helped me with certain vitamins, supplements, encouragement, praying, and just lots of good stuff where now I have not been on any antidepressant meds for 7 years. Yay me. So 7 years I haven't had to have any type of medication whatsoever. And the contentment, the joy, my light bulbs are on, my energy level is good, I feel good, I can maintain my weight, I have energy to accomplish an amazing amount here on the homestead with the homestead, the homeschooling, doing all my food proof stuff, and just trying to keep my health intact, right? So, and a lot of that comes from our food. He taught me about the importance of food and stuff like that. So, and I have seen a huge difference in the clarity physically, the clarity in my eyes have actually changed. They were much more of a hazel brown color. When I started cleaning up my diet, they have actually lightened up and they're more of a green color. Like, that's insane, right? I don't know if that's like a thing or I don't know. I don't have to take depression meds. I don't even really have to deal with that kind of issue anymore. If I start to feel a little going down, I know that I need to clean up my diet again. So that's the big thing with that. So, okay, I went outside my comfort zone. It was a lot for me to talk about myself and my health. But I think that probably some of you can relate with a lot of your health issues. Why do we have to feel like crap? We just don't have to feel like crap. Let's feel better. If you eat better, you will perform better. So that's my encouragement for you today, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I see the sunshine. The sun shines bright. I am not struggling to get up above that line of hopelessness. And it is a much better world. So I pray that this message can help you in the right direction of finding whatever you need to find. A doctor that can help you, or just eating better, and just, to get back into the light, right? It feels really good. And I hope that you will feel that as well.